Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into one of the more unique tracks on the circuit here this evening at the beautiful Dover International Speedway, the 1 mile D-shaped concrete oval, home of the famous Miles the Monster, where this track is sure to tear up tires and test the driver's patience and their tire-saving abilities all in one. Here for 150 laps this evening with a 70% fuel capacity, 4 total tire sets, which they'll have to manage to the best of their abilities, and 2 green-white checkers. And as always in the booth with me, my co-commentator Art. And we were just here last night, so we got a bit of a sneak preview for tonight.
I believe it was 5 laps short last night.
Yeah, they last night was 155 laps plus overtime, so it went to 157. So don't expect to get to that number tonight. But nonetheless, here for a good time here, 150 laps at least.
I believe last night, like, our biggest, or at least the driver's biggest enemy was, like, the turn 4 wall. Yeah. Or, like, the wall out of turn 4.
Yeah, so Glenn Murphy Jr. currently top of the timing charts, 23.51 in practice. Followed closely by John Furnass, 23.53. Ryan Tiller, 23 for the win, currently down in 9th. Only just 2/10 off the pace of our practice leader, Glenn Murphy Jr.
Yeah, practice pace ain't going to mean much in the race.
We'll see how these drivers manage to hang on to this after a green flag run here this evening. The estimated fuel run of roughly 45 to 55 laps, depending on driver inputs and all that sort of thing, how hard they want to push it. As we're getting underway here for qualifying. First man on track looks to be Eric Shields in the number 1 machine.
And he put it on the 1 spot, though.
I'm struggling out of 4. That wall hates me. It hates everybody. Miles the Monster has no friends. Yeah, Eric Shields will be the first man to set a competitive lap time. He sets out on his first flying lap. Key to Dover is either roll the bottom or pinch somebody up right underneath you and get a good run out of the corner. But ideally, you want to see most of these drivers trying to roll the bottom like we saw last night. It is possible to make moves up on the high side of the racetrack. If you're able to pinch the other guy down, don't let him get a good arch off the corner.
I think it'll be pretty fun tonight. We went super speedway, intermediate, now to a short track. We're really testing out these driver skills early on.
Glenn Murphy Jr. was quickest in practice, immediately jumps up to the top of the board here in qualifying. 23.5 goes even quicker from his practice time. Joshua Lawton making his season debut here this evening, jumping to the 2nd position. Anthony Giuliano making his season debut as well in the 17 machine. Yeah, 11 drivers with
Randy Arms going P2.
21/100th of a second. For the 8 machine, you can see he's got that 8 machine hooked up. Oh, cranks the wall out of 2 just a little bit. It looks like that 8 machine's hooked up pretty nice. We'll see if it invalidates his 2nd lap. Not able to improve. 21/100th of a second, the gap between Glenn Murphy Jr. and Randy Arms. And now it's Jonathan Schwartz who gets even closer. 18/100th of a second. Next across the line will be Samuel Demian, who we saw involved in 2 very big accidents last week at Chicagoland. Glad he made it out of concussion protocol to race here this evening.
You'd have to have one heck of a wreck to get a concussion in a simulator.
It was pretty bad. John Furnass, last man to set a timed lap at the moment.
Well,
He goes P5. Very good lap for the 82 machine.
He's still cooking it for a
Oh,
lap,
and
too.
Samuel Demian able to improve on his second lap. Let's see if the 82 machines got anything for that lap.
He's wide through 3 and 4, so I don't think he will.
Let's go Uncle Sam Demian. I like that. Not able to improve on that lap.
Now that second line was almost a second slower, too.
Got really high through 3 and 4. But he's out there still getting some laps in.
Is there anyone even thinking about getting on the track right now? I don't believe so.
No, we got 16 drivers that have set a qualifying time. We have 23 drivers currently in the server. As there is just under a minute left here in qualifying. Anthony Giuliano.
Adam Kilday? Is Adam Kilday in the server? I believe he is. He is.
Yeah, not on pit road. The only other man is Anthony Giuliano. Doesn't look like he's going to get out in time to set a lap. John Furnace just running laps for our entertainment. We greatly appreciate it.
Man said that's practice time.
You see there, we're experimenting with some driver statistics. You can see he was your Chicagoland winner last week. So trying to clean that up, make it fit in with the rest of the broadcast. You can see the various stats of drivers there. That's the aim of that. As you see, Glenn Murphy Jr. had qualified 11th on average in his previous 2 races. Now puts it on pole for the 3rd race of the season. So we will hope to provide updates on that throughout the season. As Glenn Murphy Jr. puts it on pole here this evening. Let's go see if we can get a word with him real quick with the Speed Zone Esports guys. Glenn Murphy Jr., you got a copy? Well, I'll let one of you lovely gentlemen speak for him. All right, he put it on pole. He's quickest in practice. Can he convert it into a win here tonight at the Monster Mile? Don't all speak at once now. Somebody speak for him. They got all those people in there and didn't talk to me.
Really?
Not a single person responded to that. Obviously, Pinder's going to win. Pinder did not even show up to the race here tonight. Can't even lie to you on that one.
What?
Unless I missed him. Oh, there he is, 20th. I didn't see him join. He was one of the guys to not qualify. Sorry, Pinder's here. Real quick. Let's get you to tonight's starting grid. Glenn Murphy Jr., the independent driver, but I guess now he's on Speed Zone Esports, but didn't respond when I asked him. 23.501, Jonathan Schwartz. Teammate, 1800s back. All the way down to the 16th place qualifier. And Josh Lambert, your Daytona winner. So obviously, you can see the unique schedule. He won the first race of the season. And now he's last of our qualifiers here tonight. Daniel Hachey starts 17th, first of the non-qualifiers. And then all the way back down to Michael Davis in the 23rd position. As these guys get ready to roll off, we'll get a quick word in from our sponsors here this evening. And we'll be right back for the start of the green flag. Hub for making all this possible. We're going to get ready to go green here. Glenn Murphy Jr. going to lead us down to the Geico restart zone, and he is away. Green flag here for the Dover 150 as the 58 of Jonathan Schwartz gets a great start right on his outside down to turn number 1.
Schwartz is going to take the lead here. What a drive on the outside.
Power move from the 58. He'll take the lead.
There was no contest. That high line. Wow. It's
Said
definitely
it was
going to kill
possible
your
to make
tires.
moves. Jonathan Schwartz certainly did. Peyton Johnson up 2 spots already. You see already some of these guys starting to get loose off of turn number 4. Tony Scarbo up 1 spot.
I think that might also be a part of Anthony Giuliano took a EOL, so it might be affecting, you know, some people's positions.
Making his season debut, trying to stay out of the way for now. Did not set a qualifying lap.
Slightly concerning words from him pre-race. I have not put this wheel on in 6 months.
All right, well, you can see why he gave himself the EOL. But mostly single file throughout this field, as we saw last night, as these drivers will start to pick their way through the order, try and feel out their competitors, see what kind of tire wear they're getting. But the 15 of Peyton Johnson looking very racely in the early going. Wayne Rupperach up 2 spots. And the 71 machine side by side behind him, Daniel Hashi and Adam Kilday for the 20th position. These guys continue to fight right outside the top 10 side by side for 11th behind him. Ryan Tiller, Dylan Bird side by side for on the 23 underneath. Give it to Dylan Bird. He's also up 2 spots. Casey Brown trying to take a move on Michael Jean just ahead of this. This is a great race and just inside the top 10 and just outside of it.
88 taking a real defensive line down there for the backstretch, wanting to get to the bottom, make sure no move could be made, but he still got up that spot.
Peyton Johnson flies right around the outside of him. And now challenging Michael Jeans for 8th. Jonathan Schwartz continues to lead. But Glenn Murphy Jr. hasn't let him out of his sight, only a car length back. With Randy Arms watching on in 3rd.
I think these drivers back here racing for, you know, this top 10 right now are going to learn a hard lesson that the guys last night learned about, you know, riding that second lane is really going to go after your tires.
Absolutely. Give a quick update to trading paints. Make sure everyone's running the right paint scheme, right numbers.
No reason to do that mid-race, brother. I'm gonna get Philly being to, like, make fun of you.
See, guys, we see the 41 start to make his way back up to the field. We saw him dropping early. He's battling back here with Josh Lambert, Tony Scarbo, and Frost. As we see someone kick up some dust out of turn number 4. As this battle for 10th rages on between about 5 different drivers. Peyton Johnson, obviously, around the 08 of Michael Jeans as well, so he's pulling away.
Casey Brown looks like he's going to have a look on the inside of Michael. He's going to bring the 4 with him.
And the 23
He's
and
going to
the
bring the whole
29.
train with him.
Ryan Tiller, Tony Scarbo. Here comes Jonathan Mazzela. Michael Jeans got hung out to dry.
I feel like that had to be something tactical for Michael Jeans. I don't think he wanted to really fight this early on.
You could say that Michael Jeans got hung out to dry like a pair of jeans.
Quit.
I'm very sorry. Yeah, Peyton Johnson, your biggest mover here so far tonight, up 4 spots. He tries to track down last week's winner, John Furness, for 7th. It's really this front 5 haven't let anyone get away. Kind of just sitting nose to tail. Samuel Demian. Big qualifying effort in the 21 machine. It's on waiting for a mistake of any of these top 4 in front of him. Only ones to switch positions, though, were your race leader. Runner-up, Glenn Murphy Jr. Chris Pinder continues to charge. He's up 3 spots into the 17th position. And though Michael Davis did not start this race tonight in the 23rd position, so it'll leave 22 drivers out on track. So Anthony Giuliano gave himself the EOL earlier. Making his way back up through the field, drives underneath Chris Pinder there. Put the 17 into the 17th position. As there's battles literally through the front of the pack, all the way down to the tail end of it is Daniel Hashi. Gets back around Wayne Ruptrat for the 21st position. As we heard from the 32 machine last week, he's just happy to be here and starting getting laps under his belt as he continues to develop on the oval side of things. And he stressed the importance of just keeping his car clean and being there at the end. Side by side for 10th again. We've said that pretty much all 17 laps here tonight. Changed positions a number of times. This time gave it to Ryan Tiller in the 23 machine. The 18 laps, all caution-free. Stage break coming at lap number 70 for these drivers.
I think they put it at 75 and just split it in half, but I guess they want to make them.
But look at this top 3 right here. Randy Arms in 3rd. He is 2.5 tenths behind our race leader. You don't see that at Dover that often. Even Joshua Lott, half a second back.
I was say these top 4 are pretty tucked in. Like Lawton is a little further back, but they've got a little distance on Samuel Demian and Corey Blevins.
Corey Blevins and John Furness swap positions. In the 6th spot. As the closest battle on track is between our top 3. Exactly a car length separating these guys. Now the back of the pack starts to collect up together. Adam Kilday trying to chase after Eric Shields. Getting around Chris Pinder. See there, Michael Jeans again. Side by side on the outside.
I wonder if there's an issue with Pinder. He was making some moves, and he started to, I don't know, he seemed to be crawling around this racetrack.
Could have potentially burned up his stuff too early.
I mean, he had 155 laps of practice.
Uncle Sam going to make his way back into the top group. Well, he's certainly not letting them out of his sight. Only a 1.5 seconds behind. Got no real pressure from behind. If I'm him, I'm just letting this top 4 following their tire tracks, burn up their stuff. Jonathan Schwartz has led every lap so far. And Murphy Jr. been in that exact same spot. Just kind of content to sit in behind him. It was almost like a 7-car split. Peyton Johnson all on his lonesome himself, up 4 spots. Then down to this group for the top 10 that can't seem to make up their minds who wants to be in the top 10. We saw Ryan Tiller had it a minute ago. He gave that up to Jonathan Mazzela, who we saw was down into the 16th position. a couple of laps ago. So although he's passed 6 cars, he got right back to where he started, side by side behind him, Tony Scarbo and Ryan Tillard. And that continues with Josh Lambert and Anthony Giuliano. Maybe a little bit of contact there between the 17 and the 23. And now slots back into the 14th position.
Oh, mozzarella.
Our overlay decided to refresh. That's perfectly fine. Thank you for doing that.
No. Did it do it yesterday too?
It did not do that yesterday. But Daniel Hashey's gotten around Chris Pinder. He's fallen back to the 21st position. And Wayne Ratched has gone 1 lap down in the 71 machine. The first car 1 lap down here this evening.
Oh, he is cruising.
Just trying to stay out of the way of the leaders. Board here with the 48 machine, you can just see how close it is. You can reach out and grab them. He owns a pizzeria that makes an incredible calzone. Jonathan Mazzella.
I am sadly located nowhere near Florida, but if I ever have the chance,
we'll go check it out. But look at this guy. Look at these guys behind him. They've been battling all race, almost 3 wide there for a second at Dover. You don't hear that often. It's Anthony Giuliano. Said he hadn't put his wheel on in 6 months, and he's now up to the 12th position, trying to slide up in front of Josh Lambert. That thing get a little sideways up in turn number 4. Joshua Lawton making his season debut tonight. Qualified 4th, got around Randy Arms. And sat 3rd.
A-Rod said we'll see an incredible showdown between Lawton and Murphy.
There's nothing separating them at the moment. John Furnass getting around Samuel Demian.
Murphy's going for it.
Side by side for the race lead. 48 on the inside, 58 on the top side.
He is pinching them hard. Force does not want to give him that spot.
And Murphy dives it up underneath. Contact is made. Lawton goes high.
Oh, I think Lawton's going to have to
slide underneath the 48. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Side by side for second now.
Oh, he slides up through the corner.
I just said there was going to be an incredible battle tonight, and they weren't kidding. And the 55 will take that spot away.
Murphy, I think Murphy had to lift a little bit out of the corner. He did not want to get into the wall.
Fair enough. You know you got a stage break coming a little bit. No need to tear your stuff up now. Have to spend longer in the pits.
I gave Schwartz a little bit of a gap to these guys, so we'll see if Lawton can, actually make the work. Yeah, make it stick this time. I was gonna ask the question: do we see anyone try and make a move, or are they content to sit here and go 1, 2, 3, 4 for a while?
You see there's Pinder heading off into turn number 4. He's about half a straightaway ahead of these guys. As Joshua Lawton has definitely closed the gap to Jonathan Schwartz. Gap now just 1 car length, and the 48's coming right back into the picture. Look at the runoff. The 55 gets there. Going to take a peek at it. Drops back in line. Runs right up to the back bumper of that 58. We get another good run off of turn number 4. No, he stays in line this time by. The front 4 have stayed mostly the same. 55 and the 48 flip-flopped a couple of laps ago. And the 55 looking to take the lead away from the 58 machine.
Oh, you got Pinder Construction coming into picture. Pinder. I'm so used to saying Pinder Construction.
He's in the Pinder Construction car. Gonna look to stay out of the way of the leaders here, and he'll do so. I am also partial to the ticker. What? I still
what?
think.
Oh, yeah.
Philly Bean says, I missed the ticker. I said, I'm also a ticker man myself, but it still looks good. It's just a personal thing. You can see the 55's trying to arc the exit of the corner, trying to get a good run off and get his nose underneath the 58 of Jonathan Schwartz. Running up to more lap traffic here, the 71 Wayne Rupp-Ratched stays low and out of the way. 55 going to look low here. Got a good run off of turn number 2. Contact is made. 58 goes way up the racetrack. Good save by the 58 machine. They give Joshua Lawton the lead. That would have been a last lap bump and run for the win. Let's see how the 58 responds, if he can get back up there.
I don't think the really is very happy about that.
Didn't look like it, but now Joshua Lawton in that clean air. We'll see if he can pull away. See the 58 driving it in there deep, gave him a little bit of a bump. Tony Scarbo in for his first pit stop of the race in the 29 machine. We saw him in that battle for the top 10. Joshua Lawton got that clean air, and he's slowly trying to extend that gap, get away from the 58 machine. Gap now up to 2.5 tenths almost. This is battle. Oh, Pinder hard into the wall off of turn number 4.
It's pulled it off track, so there's no caution.
Toes immediately. Comes off of turn number 4 here. Smacks the wall. To the right front broke. Got some smoke coming out of the back of that 24 machine.
We got a battle for P3 right now. Furness and Murphy Jr. going at it.
82 trying to get his nose underneath him. Unable to do so this time. And that'll be a lengthy repair for Chris Pinder. You can still see some of the smoke in the air. This is allowing Joshua Lawton to pull away to half a second lead here on lap 44. Murphy Jr. taking a look here, side by side for second. Saw him try this move a little bit earlier. This time he makes it stick in the 48 machine.
I wonder if Schwartz used up his stuff trying to get to the back bumper of Lawton.
Very possible. Now the 82 of John Furnos making a pass underneath Schwartz. And Randy Arms trying to do the same thing. These guys are starting to encounter more and more lap traffic. Sounds like a hardware issue, says wheel and pedals disconnected. Now I could believe that because it kind of hit the wall a little late in the corner and then it just took a dead left on him. We don't normally see that at Dover. That late in the corner, that is, anyways. You kind of hit it coming towards the start-finish line, and then it took a left on him. But that would definitely explain the issue. But if you also would have told me it was just a classic trying to pull it off the wall at Dover, I spin out, I would have believed you. An unfortunate end to the 24's night. As Randy Arms was able to get around, as we have more guys coming in for green flag pit stops. Daniel Hashi in the 32 machine. Tony Scarbo was the first of these guys to pull the trigger on lap number 39. We'll see where he can cycle back around to. We're almost 20 or so laps away from the stage break. The battle for 10th is somewhat stabilized, as we saw a bunch of guys trying to swap over it initially. And it'll be Anthony Giuliano who settles into that 10th position for now, as Jonathan Schwartz coming into pit. And J-Rod was right. The battle is starting to heat up yet again. For the lead, Glenn Murphy Jr. has tracked down Joshua Lawton. 55 and 48. Going at it, Samuel Demian into the pits. Casey Brown as well. These guys are liking to pit before the stage break, as the 48's all over the back bumper. I hope the 55 as they head off into turn number 3. .48 tries to take a peek at it. 55 takes a nice defensive arc through the corner. John Furnass is in. Peyton Johnson is in. He's just a car length back. Half a lane lower. See Eric Shields there just behind. He's already come in and out for his service, so let's see if he tries to unlap himself the hard way, or if he lets these guys battle it out. Let's see here from the spotter view. So they come up to lap Samuel Demian. He's exiting the pits. Eric Shields does have those fresh tires. Look for him to get around the outside, but Samuel Demian obviously was running in the top 6 before his pit stop, so he's going to want to unlap himself.
Saw a couple of, I was gonna say, saw a couple of those pit strategies work, pitting real early. So we'll see, how it works out for them tonight.
Absolutely.
Although they only have 3 sets of tires, 3 extra sets, I believe.
Got 1 on the car and 3 in the pits. Seems appropriate for Dover. We saw guys coming in to pit on lap number 39, but these are all the guys that are electing to pit early. You can see Glenn and Joshua having to let out of the throttle and let these guys go through on the bottom, unlap themselves on those fresher tires. So it kind of comes and goes in waves. The 48 will give up the position, and the 55 will do so just a couple of seconds later.
Curious, do you think we see some guys not check tires here? Wait till stage caution here in about 15 laps, take the tires there?
If they have the fuel to do it,
save?
You should definitely save that set of tires. Jonathan Schwartz, the quickest man on the racetrack.
Well, I don't think any driver can. I don't think any driver's going to be able to save fuel for an extra 15 laps. They might be able to, but I'm saying if they come down to pit, they make it a splash and go.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a horrible idea, knowing the stage caution's coming out at 70. But then again, you'd have to give up all track position with no promise of another caution. So.
True. It really relies on the hopes that there would be. If there are one of those late race cautions and you're one of the few guys who has a pair.
The longer these two guys battle, the last lap was a 25-45 each. Jonathan Schwartz, John Furnass, Samuel Demian are running 24s and even in the 23s. So they're giving up a lot of time. Could see themselves undercut if they come into pit right before stage. You see Leonard Frost is in. Right now, the leader's putting on a blistering pace, though. We'll have lapped up to the 10th position. Jonathan Mazzala's in. Anthony Giuliano's in.
Here come our leaders, all 3 of them.
Joshua Lawton, Glenn Murphy Jr., and Randy Arms, who's just been a quiet presence in 3rd place. And he's right there with a great entry into the pits. That'll give the lead of the race to Corey Blevins in the 13 machine. Casey Brown unlaps himself. So that would tell me right there that the leaders can't make it to lap 70.
Well, obviously.
Josh Lambert's coming in. We'll see what these guys like to do. You can see there, 41 Jonathan Mazzala has to watch out on pit exit. But it looks like 4 tires for all these guys. We'll see who gets out first. Lawton let him in. So in theory, he should be the first one out.
And he is. Yep. Going to be a battle between the other two. I guess they're not going to fight it out on pit exit.
Yeah, give it to Glenn Murphy Jr. They left the same way they came in. They give the lead of the race to Michael Jeans. 08 machine. Ford Blevins is in. Yeah, but they did, in fact, get undercut by Jonathan Schwartz, John Furnass, Samuel Demien. They will not catch them in time for this stage break. It'll be quite close, though, because here comes Schwartz. The start lap 61. It's got 11 seconds on Joshua Lawton. With only 10 lap older tires, the difference won't be that drastic.
I know these drivers are fighting for stage points, but if you're Lawton, Murphy, and Arms, I think you got to start saving. You don't want to burn up.
What Michael Jeans likes to do. Is he trying to save? He is. Look at that. Let's go on board with him. Well, that time into turn number 1, he wasn't saving. Only man to not take a set of 4 fresh Goodyear tires and a splash of fuel. I went on board with him and he wasn't lifting anymore, but in that first camera view, I didn't hear any noise coming out of the 08 machine. Got 6 seconds, so he could. There he goes. Now he's saving again. So he's trying to stretch it. He's got 5.5 seconds over Jonathan Schwartz. Started in the 8th position, so he might not win the stage at the pace he's going.
He's definitely going to...
If he can save enough fuel, he can definitely score some solid stage points here. So a bold strategy call early on in the season and early on in this race. You can see he elects to not save here. He's trying. You know, it's that fine balance. You have to save, but Jonathan Schwartz is 4.5 seconds back. What do you do? Right.
Oh, no. Jeans is pitting in.
He was unable to save enough fuel. Worth the shot, though.
I wanted it.
I really did.
I love fuel mileage strategy.
I do. But he'll have the freshest tires coming to the stage break.
But will he go laps down?
He will go at least 1 lap down. We'll see how that plays out. He should be able to take a wave around. We'll see how he's able to navigate back here. But we will have a battle for the lead. John Furnass. Closing in on Jonathan Schwartz.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that Jeans will get a wave run. Like, that requires every driver in front of him to pit. And I don't know if all these drivers currently on the lead lap will pit again.
So he took a 10th out of his lead there. John Furnass. Now down to 2.5 tenths as we're coming to 2 to go in the stage. Joshua Lawton, 10.5 seconds back. Not a factor for the stage win unless these guys take each other out.
It is Dover.
Very possible.
I doubt they would do it for, a stage win, but...
Stranger things have happened, but he's going to take a peek to the high side here. Trying to get the run off the corner. He has 2 lap fresher tires. 58 with the defensive line in turn number 3. The 82 going to send it right around the outside. Can he hold it up top?
He can.
What a move from the 82, John Furnass. Your Chicagoland winner last week looks to win stage number 1 here. Can Schwartz fight him back? Don't think he'll be able to. Out of turn number 4 for the final time in the first and only stage. The 82 machine, John Furnass, picks up 5 spots to take the stage win. move there.
That was actually very impressive.
We're at the stage break. Only retirement from the race is Chris Pinder in the 22nd position. And all other drivers remain out on track. So as the stage break is underway, let's get a quick word in from tonight's sponsors. Yeah, big shout out to all those guys coming on board, making events like this possible. Sim Speed Shop, Wilder Graphics, Butt Kicker, Sim Racer Hub.
And a lot of the fellas in the Discord who donate to keep us,
And help with league practice sessions and all the broadcast fees, so very generous fellas that just do what they come out to do every Tuesday night and do what they love. As we'll see here if anyone elects to come into pit.
I was going to say, if any of these front runners stay out, that could be, questionable for the guys, stuck a lap down.
Yeah. Also want to give a special shout out to Track Time Entertainment and Grid Finder coming on board for tonight's race. They got far more sponsors than our Monday night league. So got to make sure we get all of them in, because without it, none of this is possible. And these boys certainly know how to put on a good show. Glenn Murphy Jr. will stay out to take the lead of the race. On those older tires, him and Randy Arms. I'll spit it on lap 58. And then Joshua Lawton elects to come down under that stage caution. Top off with 4 fresh tires and Sunoco Racing fuel. Michael Jeans, it was worth the attempt, but he will be stuck 1 lap down. Try and save that much fuel. Came up just a handful of laps short, 5 or 6, as we're getting ready to reset the running order. But no natural cautions through the first 70 laps.
Good.
Last night we only had 3, so seems these drivers have figured out Dover a little bit. Obviously different cars and whatnot, but 2 very clean races at Dover. A bit surprising. Just the one incident with a wheel and pedal disconnect as well. So and that was really
I was gonna say, I've seen a couple drivers tap that outside wall out of turn 4, but
yeah, that's expected at this point.
Yeah.
Glenn Murphy Jr. and Randy Arms leading us back. Joshua Lawton and John Furnaz. Gonna have to potentially look out here for some wheel spin. As Eric Shields, Anthony Giuliano will be fighting side by side here on the restart for the Lucky Dog.
We saw the outside line get the jump last time.
And the 48's going to go early on those older tires. Decent enough start for what he's got. 12, 13 lap older tires for that 48. We'll see how quick John Furnaz can take advantage, as well as Joshua Lawton. We saw the 82.
I said Glenn Murphy saw what happened for the first restart and did not want it to happen again.
But we saw the 82 go around the outside to win stage number 1. Looks like he's going to go around the outside here to take the lead back. Here on lap 75, coming to 76, side by side for second. Looks like he'll make that move. Off of turn number 2 here. And he'll try and drive after the 48 on those fresher tires. Jonathan Schwartz was able to get back by Lawton, as those guys have traded positions all night long.
Ernest has a run here.
We two going to pull to the inside. Outside of Randy Arms, inside of Glenn Murphy Jr. And the 82 back to the lead. We're just going to shut up and do our favorite part of this broadcast, and we're just going to let the cars do the talking for us. Crank it up here on lap number 77. I love that we have that camera angle.
Nothing like some raw power in your ears.
The gorgeous sound of the NASCAR Xfinity cars.
Better than that, Shannon. You can't change my mind.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to try to. Michael Jeans actually is your lucky dog if a caution were to come out. He flew up through the field. Started in the 8th position, so we know he's got more speed under that car. There is yet another battle for the lead here tonight. Jonathan Schwartz trying to take back the lead from John Fernaz. As Glenn Murphy Jr., Randy Arms, and Joshua Lawton continue the battle. Further back through the field, Leonard Frost trying to chase after Anthony Giuliano. Samuel Demian, the last car on the lead lap, directly ahead of this group. Obviously had to start tail end of the longest line there as the 17 gets very loose out of turn number 2. The 21 will try and work his way up through the field. Chasing after Tony Scareboat. Almost 2 seconds ahead of him. Corey Blevins making some moves. Then we get around Joshua Lawton. In that 13 machine. Now chasing after Randy Arms, trying to get a run off the high side. He will be side by side. Give the spot to the 13 machine. So we know we got at least one more pit stop for these drivers. And the undercut very powerful. So that's potentially why we see guys like Corey Blevins trying to steam their way up around the outside. Same thing with John Fernaz, although he was passing 2 cars on older tires. Jonathan Schwartz not letting them get away.
These drivers really deciding that, you know, the tires are going to fall off at some point. Might as well use them while you got them.
If you're Glenn Murphy Jr., though, you're actually doing a very nice job on that old set. Should we get a caution late in this race, you will have that extra set. Randy Arms also doing a nice job of staying in this top 5 on roughly 12 lap older tires. Not an easy thing to do here at Dover. You start to get tight, drift up the racetrack, and everyone drives underneath you. These two guys at the front just following right in each other's tire tracks. Not a single You couldn't fit anything in between them.
He put about 2 seconds on the rest of the drivers in the field.
So they got the heck up out of the way. They said, I don't want to be around to figure it out. Leave us to it. This is there, Wayne Ruppratch. 71, staying up and out of the way, very respectful. As the battle for the Lucky Dog is slowly starting to heat up here. Josh Lambert, BN Motorsports driver, closing in on Michael Jeans ahead of him.
I think the fight for the Lucky Dog is not what you want to be in right now.
Yeah, probably not, because we're not getting really any cautions anyways. You guys have kept it very clean through the first 3 weeks of the season.
I have one driver make one mistake, and that'll be like it.
We have 60 laps to go here. John Furnass crosses the line. Your closest on-track battle is for the lead of this race.
I don't know how much of a battle it really is. I think Schwartz is just following him right now.
Really, to pull away from Corey Blevins. Yeah, 2 seconds away from third place. Don't have to really worry about anything.
And even then, Blevins put a 1.5 seconds between him and Murphy.
Yeah, Corey Blevins coming alive here just after halfway. Started in the 7th position, kind of was a quiet runner towards the back half of that top 10. Nice, put some distance between that Glenn Murphy and Joshua Lawton battle. Randy Arms finds himself stuck in the middle of it. Lucky Dog contenders we previously mentioned, Michael Jeans, Josh Lambert, just behind this group. So we know they have speed. They're just kind of stuck at a cycle. So here's Samuel Demian, still trying to work his way up through this field. He's side by side with Ryan Tiller, not for position. And it looks like, actually, is that Dylan Bird in for his final stop of the night in the 4 machine. Got some right side damage on that 4. I assume from turn 4. So we'll see if he's able to get around some of these guys he was battling here. Over 2 laps down. Daniel Hashi, not a scrape on that car. Maybe actually, right side will tell the story. Just a little bit of a scrape on that right front, but nothing more than that. But he wanted to keep the car clean, and so far he's doing a good job, the Black Gold Racing driver. Making one of his first appearances at Dover, I would imagine.
I don't think you can say that. I think it's just like what you say.
I don't know.
Although the gap between Furness and Schwartz is starting to grow a little bit.
Yeah, as the gap between Corey Blevins and Jonathan Schwartz has increased as well. So these top two have figured something out after the stage caution and that opening restart. I tell you, it's more impressive though. Jonathan Mazzella hasn't made more progress on Randy Arms and Glenn Murphy. They last put it on lap 58. They put some heat in those tires, had a caution come out to cool them back down, and they're still able to stay up here inside the top 5. So if we were to get a late caution, they would definitely have that extra set to come down and take. They've done a very nice job. As we're into the phase of the race that might not be the most entertaining in terms of on-track action, but it definitely is going to set up the finish of this race as the strategy is going to start unfolding here when these drivers come down for that last pit stop.
I think you got to push it as long as you can on this current cycle. There are only potentially 30, some 40 laps on, like, right now, but do you want to push your tires that long to the end of the race?
Yeah, that's a good point, because if you came in now, you'd put 50 laps on him.
Well, like, you can, but it's not going to feel good.
Because Glenn Murphy Jr., we saw he had the speed out front, just kind of mired back and forth here. Ran a 25.17 his last lap. Leader ran a 25.1. So not really losing or gaining anything. What does he do? You're 5.5 seconds back. Do you let him come in? Try and get that clean air and see if he can hang on. Joshua Lawton as well. We saw he had great speed. He's back in 6th. 6.5 seconds back. We'll see if he likes just try and save his stuff or what the plan is here for the 55. And so far, the only man to pull the trigger on a green flag pit stop after the stage break was Dylan Bird. I believe he's coasting again. Didn't hear any engine revs through turn number 2 that time. Yeah, and the 4 is coasting.
Anthony Giuliano is coming in this time. Frost said he's coming in this time. So yeah. Those are both a lap down, but they are coming in.
Look at the 17. He's trying to race Leonard Frost onto pit road. It's going to get tight. Oh, and they do make contact. Oh, they made contact. 17 had a much better entry than the 11. Battling for position all the way down to pit road.
He had room to give him some to the outside. I don't know why he went up there, but
these are the first 2 guys. They stopped nose to tail in their box as well. Obviously, the 11 machine will have the benefit of getting out first. Unless that 17 pit crew can make some magic happen.
Let's just say, going back to the...
Oh, and they do.
If you're if you're one of those ones that's like 5 seconds back, 6 seconds back, you know, 5th and 6th right now, I don't know if I would pit out of that position super early, but Mazzela, Scarbo, Demian, I think I risk it.
That's a good point. Looks like Leonard Frost is serving a penalty.
Was he too fast entering pit road?
Let's take a look. Just trying to see something. He looked like he was slower going in, though.
I don't know.
Got a bump there. Yeah, not sure why he would still be on pit road unless he's fixing damage, but he is away. So time lost in the pits for Leonard Frost. Anthony Giuliano is coming back in. He might have had a penalty from how we saw him scorch it in.
Eric Shields is in 2 laps down, but...
Yeah, some of these guys at the back looking to come in, but obviously, if you're sitting there on pit road for as long as Leonard Frost was 55 seconds, or if you're Anthony Giuliano coming in a second time, you're going to lose.
I hear... Why did I hear screeching tires?
Yeah, these guys...
Ooh.
I'm not sure why we heard the screeching tires.
Oh, because Joshua
Lawton?
I believe so. I believe it's Lawton. Lawton and Frost made contact.
Interesting. Let's take a look. Oh, and they absolutely did. As the lap traffic had started to pick up, he was right behind Randy Arms. Ooh, and Leonard Frost was not on the bottom of the racetrack on those cold tires. Good save by the 55. He will lose even more time to these racers. He's now 9.5 back.
I swear I heard tires, and someone sounded like they were going around. I had to go find it.
You know, Hashi elects to come in and pit from the 15th position.
Nope, 21 said he's coming in this time.
He'll be the first of our top 10 guys to pit. From 9th, Casey Brown comes in as well. Oh, he's going to scorch it up there. Can he get it slowed down? Looks like he will.
First of our top 3 just called it out. Glenn Murphy Jr.
And he's 7.5 back. He's got nothing to lose.
I believe Randy Arms is following him in. Yeah.
Oh, look. Oh, the 8th going to close up massively here. We saw him do that on the first green flag pit stop of the race as well. How quick can you get onto pit lane? How quick can you get off?
E2 just called it out.
Jonathan Schwartz.
And he's in. Looks good. Looks fast.
All the way down to 39 miles an hour. road speed limit here, 40 miles an hour, so you can see he's right on the limit.
I mean, with that call, I think Furness has to come in within these next 2 to 3 laps.
He had about 2.5 seconds on him, so he can afford to wait 1 lap as he goes to lap the 15 of Peyton Johnson, currently running 7th.
Blevins is coming in this time by.
Joshua Lawton still out on the racetrack. Furness stays out another lap. See if Lawton elects to come in. Jonathan Mazzella, Tony Scarba, what do they elect to do? 55 is going to stay out.
I think Mazzella's staying out with how fast he's taking that corner.
Yeah, Tony Scarbo staying out. Peyton Johnson. Looks like these guys are all electing to stay out.
And I said 2 to 3 laps, and here comes Furness.
Sliding it in. He'll get it loaded up.
He had that thing locked down. But he's going to have to make.
Jonathan Schwartz, that's the guy he'd be racing. Or the lead. We'll be on board with him. 58. Obviously, he's going to come unlap himself here. Seeing your track map, there he unlaps himself on the 82. It's Joshua Lawton, the race leader. He stays out another lap, but the battle for the net lead. Jonathan Schwartz enters turn number 3. 82 still on pit road there, you can see. He is just now leaving. It's going to be pretty close. He's going to have
to make it one of the craziest outlaps ever.
And there goes the 58 on by. How big of a gap can he get? He's trying to get around lap traffic all at the same time. Looks like it'll be just about 2 seconds. The 3-lap difference on those tires.
And I don't believe anyone else was able to get, like, Murphy was able to get pretty close, but not enough to close the gap.
Yeah, he could have even a lap before that on 1/10, so 4-lap difference on his tires. So, let's see if Furnaz can close in. He's got lap traffic ahead of him as well, right behind the 29 machine. As Jonathan Schwartz trying to get some clean air and hopefully break away here. We're coming to 30 laps to go here shortly. Joshua Lawton continues to lead. Obviously, he needs to pit one more time. So there are 4 cars on the lead lap currently. Josh Lambert has not pitted yet, and he is naturally a lap down. You can see he's coasting a little bit as well. You can hear that, I should say. Interesting to note, John Furnaz has lost a second since coming out of the pits on the fresher tires. So lap traffic not treating him as nicely as Jonathan Schwartz. As Lawton continues to lead. There you can see 55 going to turn number 3, and that blue number 58. Jason right after him, going to unlap himself the hard way. Josh Lambert comes in for his final stop. That'll leave the top 4 out on the racetrack. Peyton Johnson, Tony Scarbo, Jonathan Mazzella, and our leader Joshua Lawton. As we have 30 laps to go in this race. Last lap for Joshua Lawton in the 55, a 25.4. Last lap for Jonathan Schwartz, a 24.2. Last lap for John Furnaz, a 24.0. So 2/10 quick of that lap.
I think Scarbo wanted to pit in. He called it out of the radio that time, but was not able to get it, there. Schwartz is about to unlap himself naturally, so I wonder how far Lawton's going to go with this.
Let's take a look here at the Delta. 1:16, they came out of the pits 2.5 seconds. 5 laps later, it's 2.1 and closing all the time.
Lawton can't make it, can he?
Lawton will not be able to make it, no.
Like, I always have these speculations when we have those guys that stay out real long. But
here's another thing to show the lap time history. Schwartz actually quicker on lap 123. A couple laps before that, he was losing time. Now the gap down to, well, actually 2.3 after that last lap, after we said 3/10 quicker on lap 123. 300ths quicker for Schwartz that lap. Or for Furness, excuse me. Yes, we are getting all fancy up in here. Schwartz up to third. As he chases down Mazzella, 11 seconds ahead of him on those older tires. You can see no contest. Second, quicker at least. Biggest mover of the race so far, not going to stay that way for now. Jonathan Mazzella up 8 spots. Otherwise, it would go to Tony Scarbo up 5, as he's already been in for his final stop, trying to get through the lap traffic. He's got Michael Jeans all over his back bumper. That is a battle for position. As they go around the second place car.
Jonathan Mazzella, he's coming in this time.
You can see Anthony Giuliano and Wayne down here. Actually, looks like Wayne, no, he's still on track. Yeah, Leonard Ferraz and Anthony Giuliano down 18th and 19th after those pit road errors on their final stop. Mazzella's in. Schwartz will get promoted to second. As the gap now to John Furnaz is 1.6 seconds. So the gap continuing to close between these two. You can see there, no lap traffic in between them.
Lawton said he's coming in this time by. But he's going to have a car up under him, so...
He doesn't have a whole lot behind him. The 13 Corey Blevins going high. He's going to miss it.
Oh, no. Wait, did he left? He left!
Well, that's a new one. Give the lead to...
I'm sorry.
That's a new one. I mean, that's not. I've seen that before. Give the lead to Jonathan Schwartz. 20 laps to go and 1.2 seconds between himself and John Furnaz. Yeah, he missed an Alt F4.
I shouldn't laugh. It's not professional, but the car instantly disappearing.
Yeah. Well, you can see there, look at the 58 having to go around lap traffic, though. He was not able to get to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to lose 2/10 this lap. That's a tough one for all you Joshua Lawton fans out there. He was putting on a good show, kind of got hit by lap traffic on cold tires. And he will not finish tonight's race. You can see him dropping down the timing tower.
I think he's going to continue dropping.
That'll give a free top 10 to Josh Lambert, free top 5 to Corey Blevins, potentially.
I believe the only car not passing him is going to be Christopher Pender, because Pender also left.
We'll be finishing in the 21st position. Now the gap down to 7/10 of a second. No need for a timing chart or a timing graph. You can see him almost in the same camera shot as he goes up to lap Eric Shields. Down now to half a second, under half a second. And those 3 laps on tires making all the difference. We're approaching 16 laps to go off of turn number 4 this time by.
down under half a second there.
Absolutely. As we saw John Furnaz, Jonathan Schwartz in the mix for the race win last week as well. Furnaz having to make some late passes last week at Chicagoland. Had to pass 3 guys to do it. This time he's only got to pass 1. 15 laps to go. Gap is 0.3 of a second.
We saw Schwartz get moved for the stage win. Will we see it here for the race win? Or it wasn't for the stage win, but I'm pretty sure. Did he still get... Who got...
No, he didn't get moved. John Furnaz just drove right around the outside of him to win the stage. Yeah, great racing by all.
Schwartz got moved by Lawton earlier in the race, though.
Yeah, that wasn't for the stage.
It was not for the stage win. That was wrong.
Then they all cycled back out, and Furnaz is chasing him down yet again, just like he did for the stage win. He went to the outside to do it. On lap number 70. The gap is 1/10 of a second. Those tires starting to scream on that 58 machine. To the inside. Oh, the 58 gonna pinch him. Oh, contact, and he does get moved for the lead. 82 John Furnaz got pinched.
We saw Schwartz drive angry when he got moved by Lawton. I don't think it's going to be any different now.
Don't know if he'll have enough to get back to him after that, though. Gap instantly half a second. That little half slide not doing him any favors.
Yeah, those tires were crying.
John Furnaz started in the 6th position. Your Chicagoland winner last week, looking to go back-to-back. Got some lap traffic to navigate in front of him. So we have 11 laps to go here in the Dover 150. 6 cars in the lead lap. A blistering pace from these guys tonight. Only the 1 caution on lap 70 and nothing since then. Just as we said, Adam Kildate gets around Joshua Lawton. His race to the bottom is complete. Kildate will get a top 20. Wayne Ruppratch up 2 spots from where he started. Relatively clean car for him. Pit road airs for Anthony Giuliano and Leonard Frost, dooming them to a finish that they didn't quite deserve. And Yohashe up 1. Your big mover will end up being Tony Scarbo if nothing else happens. The 29 machine.
Up 7 spots. That's real respectable.
7 spots at Dover. Very respectable. But Furnaz pulling away. He didn't think he had race-winning speed until the very end of stage number 1. Kind of came out of nowhere, drove it right around the outside. And a power move.
And I really don't think that contact was on purpose. I think Schwartz went to pinch him, and it just...
Yeah, Schwartz went to pinch. 82 was trying to stick his nose in there. He was already there. He just got pinched. They were both on old tires at that point. Nothing malicious whatsoever. Just 2 guys going for the race win. Coming to 6 laps to go.
I don't believe there's a door open for 5 seconds back, but maybe. Nah, they're running about the same lap times.
Yep, they're all in the 25.2s or 25.1s. Furnaz actually dipped into the 24s.
I was going to say, Murphy ran a 25.2. Furnaz ran a 24.9.
Interesting to note, Peyton Johnson ran a 24.89. He was quickest man on the track last lap.
Go Peyton Johnson. Top 10.
And Tiller also in the 24s. So there's 5 laps to go. Closest battle on track. Casey Brown, Ryan Tiller. Ryan Tiller took that spot away with 5 laps to go to put himself into the 12th position.
Ryan Taylor's pulling away there, so
that battle was
even
over.
then, that's not even a close battle.
Through 3 weeks, we're going to have 2 winners. Josh Lambert, your Daytona winner, sitting 11th. And then John Furnass, your Chicagoland winner, and looks on pace to be your Dover winner here this evening after 150 laps. Had to do it with some late race passes in both of them, though.
I realized I said 140 laps of green at the time. Like, in my opinion, stage caution does not count.
No, it's not a... Nobody wrecked.
So, 150 laps green at Dover.
Absolutely. A fantastic result by everybody tonight. Obviously, Chris Pinder had a pedal failure. Not his fault. That was really the only major incident we had. Obviously, Jonathan Schwartz kind of got slid around. Josh Lawton had a half spin from a lap car, but they were able to save it. White flag in the air. This race is official. Lead to John Furnaz. Going around 1 and 2 for the final time. The 14 machine of Adam Kilday bouncing off the wall in front of him. He can just navigate through this final set of corners. He will go back to back through 3 and 4. Going to back way off. And out of turn number 4, John Furnass. Back-to-back winners. Jonathan Schwartz comes home second, and Glenn Murphy Jr. Going to complete your podium here this evening.
Yeah, flag to flag at Dover. That's
very nicely done by everybody.
Like, and it very easily could have been a caution with the Lawton, like, half spin.
Yeah, great car control from Lawton to keep that thing going straight. Corey Blevins comes home to round out your top 5, and Michael Jeans tried to make some alternate pitch strategy work, got trapped the lap down, and will still come home to finish 10th. Big mover of the night ended up being Tony Scarbo in the 29 machine. As the podium finishers do their burnouts. We have somebody wrecking on pit road. Might be Randy Arms. Let's take a quick look. I don't know there to be any. Not sure of any ill intent there, but there's your top 3.
I believe the only... Ooh, Furness is waiting for interview.
All right, let's go ahead and see if we can pull him up here. Get our back-to-back winner here. John Furnass, your back-to-back winner here this week at Dover and last week at Chicagoland. Had to do it the hard way both times. Ended up getting undercut last week and this week. Had to pass 3 cars last week and had to pass Jonathan Schwartz tonight. Inside of 10 laps to go for your race win. Was able to pull it off, and he's your back-to-back winner here this evening.
Going back-to-back. Yeah, we had the fresh tires at the end there. I figured that was going to pay off. I knew when he pit, I just wanted to go a couple extra laps. He was running his stuff a little bit harder than I was, and on the long run, I could pull away. So, again, just had to buy my time there for a little bit, for 10 laps or so, then go hard and run him down, and made a pass for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, on those old tires, though, at the end, you guys came together just a little bit, made slight contact. He's trying to pinch. You're trying to stick the nose in there, wrap the bottom, and came together a little bit, but nothing malicious. Just 2 guys going for a hard-fought win in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, just good hard-fought race, and I wouldn't expect anything else. It can be tough to pass here. Sometimes I made kind of a late showing there. Showed my nose kind of late going into 1, and I expected him to pinch. But I'm glad neither of us ended up in the wall, and it was all good. A lot of fun here today. A lot of long green flag runs, which is just the way I like it.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, but showing that you can take care of the tires, so I'm sure you're definitely happy about these green flag runs we're getting, especially at Dover of all places. Not what I was expecting here tonight. But y'all put on a good show.
It's kind of similar to Chicagoland. I mean, the tires wear out fast, real fast. So you really got to slow down to go fast. That's the old saying, right?
Something like that. Right to go left, slow to go fast, all that good stuff. But before we let you go here tonight, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Just shout out to you guys doing the broadcast and the league admins. Just appreciate the show that everybody puts on here. I don't do much racing other than league stuff, so it's good to find good quality leagues. So
Yeah,
appreciate it, fellas.
absolutely. Well, congratulations on the back-to-back wins. We'll see if we can make it 3 in a row next week.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Let's see where Jonathan Schwartz is at, if he's hanging around somewhere.
They're all in speed zone.
Well, we will move him against his will. Let's see here.
I moved him.
Yeah, Jonathan Schwartz, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Yep. Another great showing for you back-to-back weeks to not get the back-to-back wins, but 2 podium finishes in just as many weeks. So definitely letting everyone know you're here. It kind of came down to a similar thing last week with the tire strategy. You elected to go for that undercut again and try and hold on until the end. Just those 3-lap difference on tires seemed to make all the difference.
Yeah, Dover's a rough track on tires, and I knew the only chance I was going to have was to undercut him for the lead. But good race for him, and good race for us too. Just came a little short.
Yeah, but nothing to hang your head about, obviously, as you've let everyone know that you're a contender here in the early going. Took the lead on a massive move at the start, led a bunch of laps, so a good performance from you tonight for sure.
Yeah, consistency is definitely going to be the key to getting into the chase for sure.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
I just want to thank my team, Speed Zone, for everything they do and all the practice we had to do during the week. Really pays off, and thank you guys for broadcasting with us. I know you guys are new for us this year, so you guys are doing a great job. And
Appreciate that.
all our league admins, of course, for what they do behind the scenes to make this happen.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the second place, and look forward to seeing you back out there next week.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yep. And do we have a copy from Glenn Murphy Jr.? Yep, he's going to be moved up against his will. Let's get him in here. Glenn Murphy Jr., you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Qualified on pole, was quickest in practice, and we're battling for the lead early and often, and just kind of fell off just a little bit after that stage caution, but a solid result here for you tonight in the 3rd position.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was actually my first. I ran Daytona a little bit a couple weeks ago, but this is the first time I've actually done a real oval race in like a year and a half. So it's good to be back. I didn't know what to expect, and I was just trying to settle back in and not cause any wrecks or be the negative drama on TV.
Yeah, well, you looked really good on TV. I can tell you that much. We had someone in here earlier saying you and Lawton were going to go at it a bunch, so
yeah,
y'all certainly did.
Yeah, it was first time I raced against him. Randy was telling me a little bit about him earlier, and I was just trying to take care of my stuff there through the middle of the runs. And like I said, I didn't want to burn it up, and I didn't really know what to expect as far as being out of the seat for so long. So it was a solid night.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked really racy and competitive, and that's all you can ask for really at Dover.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the compliments. It's kind of cool to get to talk to you guys, get to know you guys. I don't know how much I'll be here this week. This year. I'm gonna try to pop in as much as I can. But I appreciate you guys putting this on for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we let you go, anything you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Yeah, just it's good to be back in here. Like I said, it's good to be running with Randy again. I miss. He's pretty much the reason I'm back. He's been a teammate the whole time that I've been on iRacing for 7-8 years, whatever it is now. So looking forward to running with you guys, and you guys have a good night.
Absolutely, you too. Well, looking forward to it, man.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yep. Let's go see here who we got. Let's go see.
I know Hashy's in chat.
We'll go. I think we could just move him up here. Yeah. There we go. Daniel Hashy, you got a copy?
Hello, guys.
How we doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing great, man. Again, every race, I'm very surprised how everyone is so good. It's unbelievable that we have a race in the Monster Mile and we didn't have a yellow aside from the stage 1. So this is a really, really talented guy. So props to John Furness again for winning the race. To the Jonathan's always doing a great great race, speed zone guys. So everyone is really, really good. I'm sure. I'm trying to learn with so many pros around me.
Yeah, absolutely. They put on a heck of a show tonight. You did a really nice job out there. Qualified to 17th position. Were able to gain a spot. Kept the car mostly clean and in one piece, which is not an easy thing to do here at the Monster Mile for sure. And again, coming back in that 16th position. Did say the same thing last week. So consistency is key.
yes, consistency is key, and keep learning from everyone. I'm so happy. So I need to give props to the league admin. So LSRL guys always doing a great job, and of course YJ Media always doing a great race to everyone to watch. So thank you guys. This is a very good job from everyone.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate that. And before we let you go, anyone you want to say hi to or shout out for the broadcast?
Sure. Again, shout out to the broadcast. So good, man. I'm talking even with the Brazilian guys in the league. So watch those guys doing their job, so we can learn a lot. So it's great. I love to watch the races after
Awesome.
we finish. So also props to the Black Old Racing team, people racing with me in other leagues. Our team are everyone trying to learn. We just finished the Daytona 24 with the car in one piece. So
That's
it's a
a
very happy week
Yeah,
for
that's a good
us.
way to kick off the week. Finishing the Daytona 24 in one piece and doing the same thing at the Monster Mile. So a couple of hard races and able to get through them both.
Great, guys. Happy
Yep.
to talk to you
Yeah,
again.
absolutely. Looking forward to it. Corey Blevins, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Yeah. A solid top five for you tonight. Qualified in the 7th position and just kind of kept a clean race car and had a consistent night and came home with a P5.
Yeah, I can't be prouder of that. I mean, that's my best finish so far. So continue to try to get better after started the season upside down in Daytona. So
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
get better than that from
Yeah.
there. You
Well,
know.
you had the wreck of the year, so you can always hang your hat on that. And then obviously, once we get into some of these intermediates, starting to show off that speed a little bit.
Yeah, still a little off. I got to learn to take care of my tires a little bit better, I think. That's something that I've been trying to work on, but looks like I still need to get just a tad better. But overall, not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad finish at all.
Yeah,
Take a
absolutely.
top 5.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out to or say hi to for the broadcast?
Well, thank you all for the broadcast. Very much appreciated. I like going back and watching it as well. So
Absolutely.
thank you.
Of course.
My sponsors, Hasib Design, check them out. They do iRacing schemes. I'm a designer for them. They haven't got a on-car, a actual real-life scheme yet, but hopefully that is coming soon. That's what I'm hoping. So
That
we'll
would be
see.
very cool. So big things happening for the 13 team and his
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the 5th place, and we look forward to seeing you at Auto Club next week.
All right. Thank you all.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. So we already talked to some of y'all, but how's the rest of Speed Zone Esports doing tonight?
Doing good.
Good. How would y'all sum up y'all's race tonight? Obviously, Glenn Murphy coming home with a 3rd place. So not a bad result at all for him.
Yeah.
Well,
It was a good night.
yeah.
Had fun racing Randy.
Yeah, Randy was
Yeah,
up there a lot in the early going.
I guess I'll go next since I think I brought it home 4th. He was there with him, just with the different strategies and everything. We kind of lost in some track position to their guys up front, but I mean, all in all, just an extremely good race. I mean,
Yeah,
we've seen no cautions besides the stage caution, and just some good racing all throughout the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all were about 5 in a line at one point there, Randy and Glenn. Y'all were keeping it very close up at the front, and that was good stuff to watch.
Yeah, I don't know how these guys run so dang fast here. This is not my track. I am very happy to take 14th.
Well, there you go. And Tony Scarbo was able to take home the biggest mover of the race tonight, up 7 spots from where he started.
Yeah, just change up the strategy a little bit and worked in my favor.
Absolutely. But it looks like y'all brought some speed to a very difficult track, so I look forward to seeing y'all next week at Auto Club.
All right.
I'll have a good one.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
Here with the... Oh, we haven't loaded yet. There we go. Here with the Wilder Graphics team and Joseph Murata.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Pretty good. What did you think of the racing tonight?
I thought it was fantastic. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there tonight. I'm out of town for work, and of course, had the broadcast on here in my hotel room.
There you go.
Flag to flag. What else are you gonna do when you're sitting here by yourself?
Right.
But flag to flag run at Dover is obviously, besides the stage caution, is quite impressive, especially for for the Monster Mile, and it just goes to show the quality of drivers we have at LSRL. Unbelievable run tonight from everyone.
Absolutely, it looked very good on the TV tonight. I'm hoping. And they put on a heck of a show for sure. Looks like we were able to see the season debut of Anthony Giuliano, who was running up in the top 10 at one point, and then I believe had a pit road speeding penalty. He had to come down and serve late. But
yeah, I think he missed. I think he missed the pit road his first time there, and then second time in, he had I think he was exiting too fast or something. He told me so. But that's the breaks sometimes for being a little nervous and trying to get on this tricky pit road, and then trying to hustle to get back off. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good to see him back out there. He hasn't run oval in a while, so good to see him turning left a little bit.
Yeah, and he was looking good up until that penalty. So yeah, but y'all put on a great show tonight, and we're looking forward to Auto Club next week.
Yeah, Auto Club guys want a little different strategies this year, so we've been kind of throwing the stages around a little forward and backwards in the race, and I think Auto Club next week, lap 30 is going to be the stage, so leaves a lot of green flag running after that.
Yeah, well, there was definitely some strategy at play tonight. We saw it was Michael Jeans trying to coast his way to a stage win, had to come in with 4 laps to go though. And then
he was clutching.
Yeah, he was
for a little while there.
And then we saw the undercut at the end try and work out as we did in Chicagoland. So a variety of strategies worked out here tonight.
Yeah, excellent to see a bunch of different strategies. Teams working together, teams on different strategies within the team to see what would play out a little bit better. But all in all, I think moving the stage later in the race a little bit made it very, very interesting for all the viewers.
Absolutely. Well, hope they enjoyed the race as much as we did, and we look forward to seeing everyone back at Auto Club next week.
Alrighty, great job again tonight, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. All right, so we've done Dover back-to-back nights. What's your thoughts on this race?
I mean,
grand total of three cautions in 2 Dover races.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
The race for the stage end was great. That race there, the pass by Furness was, I mean,
drama
pretty
filled.
Textbooks. Yeah, pretty textbook Dover racing.
Yeah.
Very surprised, very happy with the results we've gotten out of Dover.
Absolutely. A stark contrast from last year's Dover race that we did, where people were intent wrecking for the lead. So these guys have put on a show. ENEA and LSRL have put on a heck of a show back-to-back nights at the Monster Mile. You see there, Miles holding the Dodge Charger. So very nice. Let's go ahead and show you your race results here this evening. Obviously, congrats again to John Furness, winning by 4 seconds over Jonathan Schwartz. And then we had all the way down to Samuel Demian on the lead lap. 6 cars on the lead lap. Brian Tiller in chat says 12th place, first time here. I'll take it. I would absolutely agree with you on that, sir. And then
I'd take finishing the race.
I know that feeling. But all the way down to, there we go. Let's go ahead. There we go. All the way down. Michael Davis did not start the race here this evening. And then all the way down to Chris Pinder, who had a pedal failure. And then Joshua Lawton, who missed pit road and ended up disconnecting from the race. So 20 drivers finished the race under their own power. And then 6 on the lead lap. So obviously a blistering pace here this evening. And before we let you go, one final thing we'd love to show you is the championship standings before the race. Obviously, they'll be updated immediately for the rest of these guys. Is it going to show? There we go. But coming into tonight, Josh Lambert was your points leader with 70 points. Jonathan Mazzela, 63. And then Randy Arms with 61. John Furness going to definitely shoot up here from his 49-point total. So we have yet to add in some of these new guys' numbers if they join the league this week. But we will get to it. There's your championship standings. All the way down to Glenn Murphy Jr., who obviously will be shooting up the order after his third place finish here this evening. So again, congratulations to John Furnass on his back-to-back win here this evening, and Jonathan Schwartz and Glenn Murphy Jr. for their podium finishes. We will be back here live Friday night for the Rod Car Truck Tour at Daytona International Speedway. Friday night, 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hope to see you all there. And we'll be back next Monday night for Talladega, ENEA, and then here next Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Auto Club Speedway. So hope to see you all there. And y'all take care, and we'll see you Friday night.